Hey everyone, Vladimir is here and I just wanted to make a quick review of the game called Overfall. So Overfall is basically a mix of a roguelike and tactical RPG. And the interesting thing is that the game still remains plot driven. So there's a general plot that you need to complete, and with 15,000 copies of the game sold on Steam, I do think that this game can be called a hidden gem. So first, when you start the game, you choose the class that you are going to play, and there are 9 classes, and I must admit that I suck at this game after 40 hours played. I think 2 of the classes are still not unlocked, and the customization is amazing. After every class can choose a weapon, and this weapon affects every next 3 skills that you are going to use. But that's not it. Apart from the weapon skills, you can unlock the custom skills, which are somewhat well based on the world events, and each character has their unique skills, and the same goes for trinkets. There are trinkets that can be used for most characters, but some have the unique class characters. Like the trinkets just give you some bonuses on the battlefield, but about that later. All I just wanted to say is that the game has a lot of content, so if you're a huge roguelike fan, this might be worth looking into, at least only because of that. So the game is split into 3 phases. Firstly, it is well, the dialogues, or some small scenes where you talk with the characters. And the idea is that since it's a roguelike, you're supposed to die a lot, so there's a lot of repeating gameplay, but in a good way. So for example, characters remember that they have been here before, and what is usually called an introduction, you can skip it, and then you embark on a travel. And this travel screen is basically simple. There are multiple islands, something like an island nations, that you travel between them, and while you are traveling, the Vorn, the enemies, mysterious invaders, are appearing from the portals. So if you delay it too much, the world is being overrun. But since this is the new game, you just simply visit the islands and well, you talk to NPCs. For example, in this case, an NPC had her husband murdered, and then you just can choose what to do. You can sail away, or you can try to investigate. For example, I'm accepting to investigate the case, and then there are a few dialogues and some people that you can interrogate, for example, in this case. And then you just move. So basically, if you like reading stories, I think this is a game for you, because there are a lot of stories like this. After you unlock them, it starts to get repetitive, because I think I had this story appear to me 4 or 5 times. But again, I've played the game about 40 hours, so I do think there's a lot of things you can do. Let me just check what's going on. I've talked to the merchant. I only need to talk to the innkeeper. So the innkeeper says that it's the merchant's fault. But yeah, there are a lot of different stuff to do. You can use the information from before. So the husband turns out that he isn't dead. So after that, you just meet him, and he asks you to help him. After that, you get rewards, dust and food. All of those resources are either used to upgrade the weapons, or just heal your characters after the battles. And let me try to get some sort of a battle just to show you what's going on. Okay, another event where you can teach the caveman how to make a fire. But then the troll appears, and you can either you know, put down the fire or fight the troll, and here am I fighting the troll. So a few notes about the combat. The combat is quite simple. Uh, First is the movement phase, where you can move or use a special ability, which is also somehow affects the movement. After that there's something like a support phase, utility phase I think it's called, and then the attack phase. This is where the attacking happens. Utility phase mainly handles you know, healing or debuffing stuff, but it is also can be used to do minor damage. However, the point of the movement and utility phases is mostly to position and do some tactical stuff that is going to help you to attack properly or to defend, essentially. So I can use, for example, each skill has some sort of debuffs or buffs that it's going to use, or synergies. For example, the agony that you're going to apply can be used by other characters, which will do increased damage because of it. But yeah, the buff system is quite vast, so you definitely won't remember everything at first, but you can read it up when you hover the mouse over, and I think it's a good solution because, well, it's hard to make the buffs readable, but I think the developers did a good job here. Okay, Shatterground. What I think is good about it, because well, you can choose the combinations that you want to make with the characters. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on the battle a bit right now. But yeah, the idea is that you just basically need to combine the characters in a good way. It might seem simple at first, but every choice of the characters and of the skills, what you do at first, matters. Sure, you can probably do fine even if you know, choose the random stuff, but if you want to get the best results, you need to think through what skills and characters are you going to look for. So yeah, we made a fire for the cavemen, and this is the battle. As you progress, you can get to the different islands and get to know different factions. And okay, just a moment. And after that, you just get the reputation. You see, I got Alpha reputation +1. When I got enough reputation, I can unlock new squad members that I can hire in the world. And you see, I can use food to restore the health. So yeah, this is basically how the game plays. You get the reputation, you unlock new quests, and then the enemies become tougher. I won't spoil you the ending, but as I told, it's roguelike, so this is a bit of a circular process. Overall, I had occasional bugs with some of the game events, but like being unable to lose a tournament, but nothing major that would make me quit the game. I think the game graphics style is something that, you know, you can either like or hate because it's very distinct, but I think it's a good thing that the game has its own style. Overall, if you like reading, or if you like roguelikes or tactical RPGs and are not deterred by this kind of style, I think this game is definitely worth a look. And yeah, so for me it's a positive thing and I don't regret buying the game. Overall, thank you for watching, and good luck, have fun playing. Cheers!